again, and welcome to another My Week in Media. Don't have as much as I typically do this time, but what I do have to show you is pretty good. So, starting off with music like we normally do. I pre-ordered this gem in January, and it arrived a few days ago, and it's pretty amazing. The Godzilla Showa era vinyl record set. This thing is gorgeous. The artwork for every record is amazing. You can open the front here and you can see a preview right there. I'll zoom in here so you can see them. This is the cover art for all of the different covers of the albums. Then there's also, they included this slip disc. There's also this art piece. And these records sound so good. I've gotten to listen to the first three so far. I've gotten to listen to the original 1954 Godzilla. I've gotten to listen to the Godzilla Raids Again, the second one, and then I got to listen to Godzilla vs. Kong, or I think it's King Kong vs. Godzilla is what the first one was called, the other way around. But anyway, they sounded so good, especially the first one and the third one. Original Godzilla or Gojira, and then King Kong vs. Godzilla, because they were done, the music, it was done by Ifukube. The second one was done by another guy, I think it's Sato. I think that's right. If not, I'll put a correction over here somewhere. But there's a stark difference in the music. Not a slight on the other guy who did Godzilla Raids Again, but Ifukube just does some really good work with the Godzilla music, and I really enjoy listening to those. So I'm hoping to get through more of those in the coming weeks. But that's it as far as movies and records go this time around. Movies, didn't buy any movies this week, but I did a lot of watching, sort of. I discovered this series called Bad Ben. I'm going to pull up my Letterboxd app here so I can go through it a little better. And I watched something I forgot to talk about last week, because I actually watched it in the couple weeks before. But this last week, I started really diving in and going through more of them. So I watched, the next one I watched was called Bad Ben: The Way In, because all of these are on Amazon Prime. And so if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch 3 of the movies for free. Now, apparently this guy is a whole rabbit hole. It's very indie, basically like one person making this. And, but they're pretty good for that. I mean, a lot of the special effects is stuff that's super easy to do if you know anything about double exposure and stuff like that, where you could get like a ghost shot, something like this. Ooh. Yeah, creepy, right? But so most of the special effects are on par with that, but it's still fun. Like the first one, it seemed to kind of take itself a little seriously, but and the rest, especially the second one I watched, which was one of the free ones on Prime, and I assumed it was the second one, but as I investigated, I found out it was like the 6th one in the series. But anyways, it was called The Way In, and that was super tongue-in-cheek, and I had a lot of fun with that one. After getting to know the main character and his the way he does everything, and you can see that silliness starts to be sprinkled throughout the series. So anyway, the next one I saw was the real second one in the line of things. It was called Stillmanville Road, and this one is supposed to be a prequel to the original Bad Ben movie. The mythos starts getting a little weird here, and they don't do just a ghost thing, just haunted house thing. They do the ghost, they do demon, and they do the Jersey Devil is mixed in there somehow. So it's like a lot going on, and so it can be a little bit confusing. But So that one again was called Stillmanville Road, and then the next one I watched was after that one, Batterbin, the final chapter, which was not the final chapter, far from. There's more of these. Not as great. I think that was probably my least favorite of the ones that I watched so far. And then the next one after that was Bad Ben, the Mandela Effect. And so all of these are like found footage movies where you have like maybe a camera crew or a person just using the phone, and then security cameras around the house. Now I noticed sometimes, especially in Stillmanville Road, it seemed like they got a lot of shots that made no sense with where the security cameras were supposed to be. Maybe I didn't pay as much attention, or that didn't jump out to me as much in the other ones, but I thought some of the shots they got really didn't make much sense because there shouldn't have been a camera in the location that they were getting some of those shots. But I've been having fun watching those movies. So that's it for movies, that Bad Ben series. But other things I got into this week was Masters of the Universe Origins series on Netflix. Had a lot of fun with that. Thought the art was great. Voice acting was great. I liked them going into depth on a lot of these characters like Evelyn and Tila. And my only complaint would be there's not a whole lot of He-Man. And that's for a reason. Hopefully in the later ones you'll get a little more He-Man. It's not looking good right now for at the end of part 1 that there's going to be a whole lot more He-Man. But I hope that there will be. But anyway, I did enjoy the series. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Maybe just pure nostalgia and getting to see and revisit the characters again. But I think it was more than that. I think there was good story elements and it was fun there. One other minor complaint is Mark Hamill's Skeletor. His voice sounds almost exactly like his Joker. Not that I have anything against Mark Hamill's Joker. I think his Joker voice is great. But it's almost, I can't help but think Joker when I hear Skeletor speak in this one. So, kind of weird. However, Alan Oppenheimer, who did the voice of the original Skeletor, is doing the voice of Mossman in this one. Mossman doesn't have a whole lot to do, but he is in there. Other things I watched, I finished up Umbrella Academy Season 2. Liked it a lot. I really think Umbrella Academy Season 2 was a lot better. Drew me in a lot more than Umbrella Academy Season 1. So, and ended again on kind of a cliffhanger note. And so, looking forward to seeing Season 3 when that comes out. So, that's it for things that I watched. Now, video games. Something I've forgotten the last 2 times I've done one of these to mention was I have played a video game. My kids were really getting into Mario Tennis Aces. And so I played this one. I played the story mode and beat it from beginning to end. After you finish the story, there are some bonus levels that come up, like 4 sections on like an added part to the map, and I haven't done that yet. But I did go through this, and it was a lot of fun. Kids really enjoyed it. Other than that, every now and then I'll play maybe Kirby or something with my boys. But so nothing more in the world of games. Purchased no books this week. Still haven't got to read. I think I'm going to do some reading tonight, hopefully. And then as far as toys goes, not much there. I did stop at a Walmart and picked up this week He-Man and Skeletor from the Revelation series. And so I was happy to pick these up and get to start watching that show this week. So that's pretty much it. That is my week in media, and I hope I'll see you next time.